Hi, I'm Dr. Bill Powell, and I'm the Director of the American Chestnut Research and Restoration Project at SUNY ESF. Today we're going to be doing a virtual tour of the Chestnut Project and the new expansions that are happening here. It's very exciting at Lafayette Road Experiment Station, and we're glad you're here and I hope you enjoy it. So this is the BRAG plot, BRAG standing for Biotechnology Risk Assessment Grant. This is a USDA grant where we are actually comparing our transgenic trees with trees that are bred under conventional methods, whether it's hybrid breeding, mutational breeding, backcross breeding, and we're just going to try to see how similar or different our trees are to these trees. This plot that you're looking at is about 2 years old, and this is going to be a long-term study. We'll probably continue this on for at least a decade. This is just representative of one plot. We have a duplicate of this out in the shelterwood, so we can compare open field to shelterwood. And we also have these planted in 2 other states besides New York. We have some planted in Pennsylvania as well as Virginia, so we can compare different locations to each other. So one of the things that we're doing that's being supported by the American Chestnut Foundation and the Templeton World Charity Fund is to enhance diversity of our transgenic trees. And we're doing that by accelerating pollen production and then taking that pollen from the transgenic trees and crossing it with wild type trees. So it's challenging to actually get nuts from the wild type trees because they are not blight resistant. They actually start dying even while you're trying to collect the nuts. So this is one of our wild type mother trees that last year we actually got a good harvest of nuts from. But as you can see on the trunk there's a lot of cankering going on. This year it looks like one major branch is dying, so I'm not sure if we're going to get nuts from that side. We probably will get nuts from the other side that's still green. But again, this is the challenge we have working with wild type American chestnut trees. They all are susceptible to blight. They all will eventually die. But we need to cross with our transgenic pollen so we can get trees that will actually survive, and we're doing that, as you see here. So one of the exciting things that's happening this year, and is being supported by our large Templeton grant, is to do some demonstration plantings. And we have many of those. One is a demonstration forest where we're planting basically a harvested forest where all the trees were removed, and then we're putting back a chestnut, oak, hickory forest. So it's not just the chestnuts, it's a combination of chestnut, oaks, and hickory. And so you can come and view those. And in addition to that demonstration, we are also doing agricultural demonstrations. One is a co-cultivation of grape with chestnut. This is something they do in Spain and Portugal, and we are actually going to demonstrate how that can be done here. So we are planting some chestnut trees, and we're going to grow grapevines on those chestnut trees. 2 other agricultural settings we have is one is a orchard of pure American chestnut trees, which will be used for nut harvest, as well as a hybrid chestnut orchard that will also be used for nuts. And those are being planted right side by side, and you can see the differences in the trees and how they are doing. One of the things that we're doing also is that we're doing what's called shelterwood plantings. Shelterwood plantings are probably the most likely type plantings that will occur for restoration, because we want to kind of integrate the chestnut trees back into the forest. So to do that, we have to actually plant them underneath a standing forest canopy. To get them to grow, you have to let a little bit of light in. So we are doing many different treatments along with some colleagues here at ESF, looking at how much do we need to open the canopy to get a good restoration growth underneath of it. Another aspect of the Chestnut Project is being supported by the Templeton Foundation is to get our trees through the regulatory approval. Right now we have submitted to the USDA for their review, and right as we are speaking now, they're holding what's called a public open comment period. And this is where the public can actually come in and leave comments with the regulators, and they will read every one of those and help them to decide, should these trees be released or not. So that's going on right now, and I actually would encourage you to participate in this and write in a comment. You can go to our website and you can learn all about how you can send these comments in. The period is open until October 19th, and I appreciate your help with this. I hope you enjoyed this virtual tour, and thank you for watching, and we just hope that you will have a chance in the future to come and actually visit the plantings and see how they grow. And just want to say again, I appreciate you watching.